All right, so this is the 2022 ct4-V. I'm sure somebody that has a BMW or old 90s Eagle Talon out there will say that it's faster than this, but this is a pretty damn stout 2.7 liter four cylinder. I know this car's been reviewed before, but I'm going to tell you what my 3 years of experience has been. I've put 21,000 miles on this car. I've had little problems and I've had big problems, and I'm going to cover all that right here in a minute. So let's take a look at the interior right here. It's a little dirty. I put the WeatherTech floor mats in here. This thing cleans up like new. The seats, they get some wear and tear on them. 3 years of use, mostly going to meetings, going to the grocery store, stuff like that. It has been a city-driven car. It's done like 2 road trips. It gets like 33 on the gallon. It's been a pretty good car so far. But I had sprung, I went for the torch red seat belts. I got the PDR, which is the performance data recorder, and you have a SD card you put in right there. It's pretty cool. You can record about 1,000 minutes worth of dash cam video with audio. It shows your speed, your direction, which is great. If, let's say, you get a speeding ticket and you know that you weren't speeding, it's a good thing to have. So this car, around 15,000 miles, it started burning oil, which I don't know if it's the turbo or if it's something going on in the engine. I'm going through about a quart, maybe every 2,000 miles. Not good. Did not warn me. I got a check engine light one day, and I guess you call that a warning, but it was a very late warning. I had to put 3 quarts of oil into this car, and the dealer couldn't figure out what it was. So I'm going to get down to the ugly stuff. Around 10,000 miles, it started getting quieter, losing power, things like that. And it turned out that the catalytic converter had melted. The exhaust system was clogged. So under warranty, they replaced the entire exhaust system. And then at the last service, they said, hey, it needs a new rear end. It's covered under warranty. It's actually a recall. So they put a full rear differential in this car. The one thing I do not like with the trunk is that, and it's kind of hard to see, but you can see the scratches. I can feel it. They should have made this rubberized or carpeted it, so whenever you put any metal cargo in there like that, and I know I did that intentionally, but you don't get chafing. And it's kind of unavoidable. I mean, you could bring home canned goods, you could bring home anything like that, and it scratches it up. So the other thing I've noticed is I've been through 3 tires, and it's not due to wear. It is due to the passenger rear constantly picking up nails. And I don't know if it's the profile of the tires. I don't know if it's the tread pattern. I don't know what's causing it, but it has picked up a lot of nails. Out of all the vehicles I own, this one has been through the most tires in 3 years. We're not even going to pay attention to that $400 shit box right there. But for $400, the AC works, it drives, and we put a coat of Rhino lining on there. That's why it is so black. It used to be Barney purple, and we had to change that. So, you know, the car has been nothing but exceptional, other than just some weird recalls and defects. I will say the paint on this car is trash, and I'll show you why. Hold on a second. God darn it. I forget it's a Cadillac. You got to slam it. There you go. So the paint on this car, you notice the scratches, the chips, and that's a cross between picking up stone chips off the road, neighborhood cats, things like that. I had a wrench, and I will attest to the body's strength, and it's not the thickest paneling, but that right there is where a wrench, I watched it fall off a van, it flew up and it hit, and I thought that's got to be catastrophic, and it's just that tiny little mark. So the day I bought this car, the overly eager salesman popped the hood with the windshield wipers up and shipped the paint right there. So that was like the first little bit of damage the car sustained. I'll show you on this door. I hadn't had it for the first few days, and a bird took a crap on the car, and it left that hazing right there, which I'm sure could buff out. Just haven't tried. And you know, so we've covered the exhaust system failing, we've covered the rear end failing. and the weird tire phenomenon that's going on. This right here is user error, and this goes for any year, make, or model vehicle, no matter what origin or anything else. This right here, if you can see it, I'm gonna pull the seat back some. Hold on, go back. You see the damage to the carpet. You see the damage to the WeatherTech. I wonder how that happened. I left a bottle of water sitting right there, and the sun magnified and cooked it. So, doesn't matter what year, make, or model, don't leave bottles of water in your car on hot summer days. I don't even know if it has to be hot outside. I just know that if you have a magnifying glass and some ants, things are going to happen. It's been a good car. On average, I get about 20 miles on the gallon. I drive with a lead foot. I was not exactly thrilled that, because I bought this car not knowing there was such thing as a Blackwing, and that kind of bothered me, because the V was the absolute best of all the Cadillacs out there. And I finally got the money together. I went and bought a V, and then found out literally, I don't know, a week later, there was a Blackwing. So I don't pay a lot of attention to all the cars that come out and all the little changes, but that's one I wish I'd paid attention to, because they had a used one on the lot with like 3,000 miles for 5,000 more than I paid for this, and it was the Blackwing. My friend actually ended up buying the car, and the only reason I didn't notice that one is because it had gold rims. I hate gold rims, but that was a superficial thing that could have been changed. Other than that, the car runs good. I will say, we use this car for work. There's days that I get in this thing muddy from doing landscaping or any other construction that we do, and that's what the WeatherTech's come in handy for. The wireless phone charger, I guess if you're on the road all the time, comes in handy. I have like literally driven 20 or 30 miles, watched my phone charge maybe 2%. It just wasn't worth it for me. This right here was pretty cool. If you got a pew-pew, stick it right there. Got the handle. I'd show you, but I'm not doing that. If you want to bypass the rev limiter, I'll show you. So we'll start it up real quick. You got to put it in V mode first. And I tried this with my friend's Blackwing, and it did not work. Like, I could not get it to actually do it. Don't want to do any of that. So we're going to put it in drive. This is literally something I had to figure out the hard way. Don't ask me how. Act like you're power braking it. Bump it in neutral. Oh, didn't do it. Let's try it again. Let's try it now. Oh, even worse. All right, so we're gonna go through the sequence one more time. I think I gotta put it in race mode. All right, let's try it. Whole driveway is gonna smell like clutch in a minute. All right, so you're gonna put it in V mode. You're gonna click it twice. Click race 2. Now I'm gonna show you the rev limiter. Forward. Now we're gonna put it in drive. Do a little power brake action. I know this seems stupid. Now put it in neutral. Oh, son of a bitch. All right, so now you're gonna put it in V mode. All right, so now you're gonna put it in V mode. You're gonna click it again. You're gonna go to race 2, which is what I have it set to. Now you're gonna put it in drive. See how I did like a little power brake action there. Now I put it in neutral. What the fuck? the stupid sensors on, that's why. And I have the AC on. That doesn't help things. Alright, so I'll show you how to get past that rev limiter. We're going to get up here. And we're going to turn. Get the windows down so you can actually hear it. All right, so if you take a look here, gotta turn all the stupid stuff off. I hate the parking thing. I hate the engine shut off at every stop, but we're gonna look at the rev limiter. That's all it's got. So if you wanna get past that, put it in V mode. And you can't just go from V mode to rev limiter. You have to go into drive, do a little power brake, and knock it neutral. It tricks the system. Or it's done a fucking update. Oh well. Rev limiter action I was talking about. See, now it's right back where it was. So you got to do some driving with it. That's what it is. You got to put it in V mode. I don't do it often. I don't like to abuse the shit out of this car, but let's see a little 0 to 60 pull. Damn, she got some brakes on her. I used the wrong foot for a second. Oh, phone's ringing.